Hello, geometry students. We're continuing chapter 11, which is on area of polygons. And so in this lesson, we're going to talk about regular polygons. In class, we had taken different polygons. I have a hexagon up here right now. And what we did is we broke it into triangles. So we went from the center and then we made triangles is how we did it in class. And then we would find the area of one triangle, and then we'd multiply it by how many triangles you have. And so when we worked with one triangle, we needed to find the height of that triangle, which I'm going to call A, because in your reading you were supposed to identify an apothem, and so an apothem is perpendicular to a side from the center, so that's my apothem. So when I go to find the height of that triangle, I'm going to call it A for apothem. So I would go to find one triangle's area. I would take the height of my triangle, which is the apothem, and then I'd multiply it times the base, which is, I'm going to call that an S, and then I divide it by 2. So I would find one triangle, and then I'd multiply it by how many triangles I have. So to find my total area, I would take the area of one triangle, which is my apothem, times my side, divided by 2, and then I'd multiply it by the number of sides. Now, if I take this and I multiply it by the number of sides, isn't that really my perimeter? So this right here, the sides length times the number of sides is the perimeter. So what I'm trying to do is I'm coming up with a formula here, people. So regular polygons area is really the apothem times the perimeter of the polygon divided by 2. So let's take a look at example number 1. All right, I'm going to use the formula that I just came up with. Area equals apothem times perimeter divided by 2. So I need my apothem, which is identified right there. So I'm going to do what we did in class. I'm still going to go and make my triangles. I'm going to pull one of the triangles out just like I did in class. I'm going to have to find the height of that triangle, which is my A. Each side, 10 is the base, so each side is going to be 5. We did this in class too. We had to find that central angle. So I need to take 360 divided by 5, and that gives me 72 is that whole central angle. And what I need to do now is get each side, which would be 36 and 36. So from there, I'm going to use this triangle to find my apothem, or the height of the triangle. 36 is the angle, and I have the side opposite, and I have the side adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent. So I'm going to go tangent of 36, O over A, so 5 over A. I'm going to use my algebra, multiply by A. So now I have A tangent 36 is 5. Go ahead and divide by tangent of 36. So now A equals, I'm going to take 5 divided by tangent of 36. I'm getting that apothem to be 6.88, and I'm not sure what else I got on that calculator. Keep that whole calculator full. And so I'm going to use this formula that I just came up with, area equals apothem times perimeter divided by 2. If you want to find the area of one triangle, and then multiply it by 5. That's the same process. So I'm going to go my area. Please keep that calculator. I have 6.88 on my calculator and more numbers behind that. Keep that calculator full. I have a perimeter, so my perimeter, one side is 5, and I'm going to times that by 10, so my perimeter is 50, and then I'm going to divide by 2. So now I'm going to take what I have on my calculator, which is 6.88, and then, well, 50 divided by 2 is 25, so I'm going to punch that in. I get 172.0 inches squared. Now, if you don't keep that calculator full on the apothem here, if you round, you're going to end up having a different answer. Don't round, please. Keep those calculators full. I'm writing this information down so that I'm communicating that. But we need to keep our calculators full. Let's look at example number 2. Okay, I have a triangle. There's 2 ways to do this problem. The first way, well, a triangle's area is base times height divided by 2. So I really need the height here. So if I pull that triangle out, this is 14, this is 60, this is 30. I know my 30, 60, 90 formulas, and so, whoops, this is 7, half of 14 is 7. So this is going to be 7 root 3 then. It's my long leg. So now I can go and use triangle area equals, my base is 14. The height of my whole triangle right here is 7 root 3. And I'm going to divide by 2. And I don't even need my calculator here, people. My 14 and my 2 cancel. That gives me 7. 7 times 7 is 49 root 3. This is my triangle area. Meters squared. Now, you could have done it the other way. You could have done it the second way. You could have done it with the regular polygon formula, where you did the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. And then you would have to go and pull this triangle out is what you would have to do. Pull that triangle out. That's your apothem, that's your A. 7 and 7 on each side. The central angle is going to be 120. 360 divided by 3 would be 120. So then this is going to be 60, and that's going to be 60. So I'm looking for my apothem, or the height of that triangle. This is 30. So I'm going to use long leg is square root of 3 times the short leg. My long leg is 7, square root of 3. My short leg is my apothem, or my A. So I divide by root 3. So now I get 7 root 3 over A. And then I multiply by root 3. So I get 7 root 3 over 3 is my apothem. So now going back up to my regular polygon formula here, regular polygon area is, okay, 7 root 3 over 3. My perimeter is 14, 14, 14, so that's going to get me 42. Now, this divide by 2, I already got a lot of stuff going on here. I've got a fraction already. So instead of doing the divide by 2, I'm going to multiply it times half. Divide by 2 is the same thing as times by half. So you guys see here, that's 6. So that's 6 and 42 can cancel, making this be a 7. So you see here, I'm going to get my area again. 7 times 7 is 49 root 3. That's what I got just a minute ago, going the other way. So this problem could be done in two ways. And so I need my label, meters squared. All right, let's move on to the next one, number 3. I'm going to use my regular polygon formula. Area equals apothem times perimeter divided by 2. So they're giving me my apothem here, which is 5 root 3. But I don't have the side to find the perimeter, so I'm still going to have to pull my triangle out. This is 5 root 3. I'm going to need to find this piece here, and then I'm going to go ahead and find the whole side of the triangle. That's what I'm going to do. What do we got here? We got 6 sides, so 360 divided by 6. You probably got this burned in your brain. That's going to be a 60-degree angle. I'm writing 30 here. I'm writing 60 there. There's my right angle. And you should be pretty good at your 30, 60, 90. Some of you guys maybe are setting up those proportions. I'm using those 30, 60, 90 formulas. You can go either way, but I am leaving my answers in radical form. We need to know our 30, 60, 90s for sure. So let's take a look here. This is going to be my long leg here. So long leg equals square root of 3 times my short leg. My long leg is 5 root 3. I'm looking for my short leg, so that's x, root 3, x. Okay, so it looks like those root 3's are going to cancel that. I should have maybe realized that on my own. So my short leg is 5. So my whole side here is 10 then. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my formula to find the area. I need my apothem, which is 5 root 3. I need my perimeter. I've got 10. I've got 10. I've got 6 sides, so I'm going to times it by 6. That's going to get me 60. And I'm going to divide by 2. And again, I don't need to use my calculator here. I'm going to cross that out and cross that out. That gets me 3. So now I've got 5 times 10 times 3. That gives me 150. So 150 root 3, and that's centimeters squared. I know that you have another one on your lesson sheet, but I'm not going to continue. If you'd like to try that one on your own, you may go ahead. I'm going to write that answer on the board here. That area is 482 8/10 inches squared. So if you want to give that one a try to see whether or not you understand how to find the area of regular polygons, yeah, you're more than welcome to. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.